Okay, so here's one of my frugal meals. A bell pepper, some onion here, and good morning, friends. It's Jen, and today I'm gonna make another one of my childhood favorites is beef and gravy over mashed potatoes. Let's get started. Okay, friends, so here's what I'll be using. I have a little small piece here of ground beef, a couple of potatoes. It's only going to be me. I'm going to only eat this. A little bit of onion, a garlic clove, a little butter for the mashed potatoes. And then I thought for a side, since I have leftover some cabbage and some pineapple, I thought I'd make a little small side of coleslaw, not cabbage, coleslaw. Okay. So lately here, we've been having such cold, gloomy days, rainy days. It's been raining here. This morning it was foggy. So I would say over the past couple of days, we've been in the mood for things like, I don't know, at least I've been in the mood for things such as comfort food, especially with this type of weather we're having. So I'm going to add a little garlic salt. Okay, so let's add the onion in. Then we're going to slice in some garlic, just to give it a nice flavor. So as I was saying, it's been so gloomy and so cold and rainy, and it's kind of like that feeling that you don't want to go out anywhere. You want to just stay in and cuddle or curl up on the sofa and relax and watch some nice comedy movies or something. And yesterday I watched Mad Money with Queen Latifah and I think, I can't remember her name. I see her face, both of them. I just can't remember their name. But I remember Queen Latifah, Kate Hudson, and I forgot that one lady's name. The one that has the blonde, short, shoulder-length hair. That was a cute movie. I liked that. That was funny. So I watched that, and I was thinking, oh, having some nice warm mashed potatoes with that beef gravy reminds me of, this type of weather reminds me of when my mom used to make that dish. It was a popular dish in our home. And so I thought today, why don't I just make that dish, share it with you guys. I mean, it's not an extraordinary dish or anything. I'm pretty sure all of you have made something like this before. But it just reminds me of my mom. Okay, so while that is cooking on low, I'm going to go ahead and start peeling my potatoes. Okay, friends, so I have about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch here with a little water. And I'll just have to adjust it accordingly to see if it needs to be more loose, more watery or not when it's cooking. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it here into my ground burger meat, ground beef. You can see there's some fat there in the bottom, some nice, beautiful goodness there. I'm just going to pour this right in. Give it a nice stir. Should thicken up a little. And if it becomes too thick, I'll just add a little bit more water because we do want it as like a gravy. So we're going to let this cook a little. Most likely I'm going to need to add some water to it to thin it out. Okay, and just for a little color and flavor, I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. I usually, if I'm not following a new recipe, I usually just eyeball it. I'd start off slow and just work my way up if it needs more flavoring. Okay, so at this point, it's definitely going to need some more water. this has been quite a while since I've had this. Probably since my boys were small. I'm gonna ask them if they remember eating this dish. I'm pretty sure if I made this for them, they would really, 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 really love it. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more water because I want to make sure it's not. I want to make sure it's not too thick, but yet I don't want it runny at the same time. Looks good. Okay, let me take a little taste just to make sure it's full of flavor. Need more salt. Nice and creamy. Just needs a little bit more salt. Might as well add a little garlic into it. So I think it's ready. Okay, so that's ready. I'm gonna let my potatoes continue to boil. And while this sits back here on a low simmer, I'm going to prepare the coleslaw. Why not some coleslaw? Coleslaw sounds pretty good right now anyways. Okay, so I got that. And let's just shred some carrot. You can add whatever else you'd like to your coleslaw. You can just look up a recipe on the internet. The only thing that I'm doing different is I've tried this before as a kid. Pineapple. I have leftover pineapple. I think a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, I purchased pineapple, and I cut it up and I froze it in sections. And I had some left, so I figured let's go ahead and add it. I made a pineapple Hawaiian pizza. I made a Hawaiian pizza over the weekend. My son came down and he was in the mood. His favorite is Hawaiian pizza. So my sweet neighbor Gil and his wife sent over some nice baked ham, some slices. And I remembered I had pineapple in the fridge or the freezer. So I thought I'd make my son a Hawaiian pizza. Okay. And it did turn out pretty good, I might say. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar here. Again, unfortunately, I'm just kind of an eyeballer type of cook. But there's a lot of recipes on the internet that you can follow. A little apple cider vinegar. Right? Apple cider vinegar, mayo, and just give it a little stir. And then give it a little taste to see if it needs anything else. I'd say just a hint of sugar should do good. Actually, a hint of sugar and a hint of vinegar. I think that should do it. Just a tad. One more drop, or maybe 4. Okay. Delish. Go ahead and just pour it in. It's been a long time since I've had coleslaw with pineapple. And of course, you can only find things like that at potlucks or something. There's where you usually can find the best food, I think, is at potlucks, especially church potlucks. Everybody brings their best to the church potluck. Okay, let's go check on our potatoes. Okay, so potatoes are done. I left a little bit of water in there. I don't have milk. We don't use milk, only when my grandson comes to visit. So I usually leave a little bit of potato water and use it to help mash up the potatoes. Go ahead and add some butter. And of course, my best pal, garlic. Want it nice and tasty. Just gonna mash it up. Okay, so here we have mashed potatoes. I would put a big old glop of it, but that's gonna be too much. Just to give you the idea. Okay. And now one other thing too, my mom used to put either peas, canned peas, or canned green beans in her gravy. It's a little thick, but it will do. Okay, and now for some our homemade coleslaw. Probably should marinate a little bit, it's okay. With pineapple. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, friends, so here it is. Here is the plate. Mashed potatoes with beef and gravy, even though the gravy's in there, and homemade coleslaw. And there's some pineapple in here as well. So let's dive in. Let's try some of this yummy, brings back memories. Okay, let's go for it. Very good. Now make sure you sprinkle pepper. If you like pepper, this needs pepper. But it tastes really good. I love it. Brings back memories when I was a kid at home with my parents. I must have been, oh boy, I couldn't remember, like 10 years old or so, eating something like this. But like I said, sometimes my mom put green beans, which I didn't think of until now. Green beans or a can of peas in this, which would be good. And then coleslaw. I never had homemade coleslaw. Oh, I gotta try the coleslaw. If you haven't tried this type of a meal, friends, it's like a comfort food. Some nice ground beef turned into a gravy over mashed potatoes. Delicious. And you know, one thing too, my grandma, my mom's mom, she would make something like this, and then her side would be like a iceberg lettuce, chopped up onions, a can of peas, and mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. And that was a simple, good salad, and I probably will make that in another video for you guys too. But let's taste the coleslaw. Pineapple gives it a kick. Try it out, friends. If you get a chance, you have potatoes at home, you have any type of beef at home, it doesn't have to be grounded, or you can process it in the food processor if you want, but that's a little bit of work. Give it a try. Make a nice homemade gravy, just a little bit of starch or any type of thickener of your choice, and try it over some nice buttered, peppered mashed potatoes. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye. I'm gonna enjoy this.